welcome to today's vlog. Today I'm gonna be driving. Well, I'm actually letting my girlfriend drive the Mazda, and I'm gonna be taking her. I'm gonna be taking her Equinox, and we're gonna be. By we, I mean I'm gonna be driving like 100 and something miles today to Sydney, Ohio, to go get my motorcycle helmet so I can ride my e-bike legally. So I asked my girlfriend if she had gas in her car, and she assured me. She was like, "Of course I would. Why wouldn't I? Like, what are you trying to say?" I went in there and the motherfucker's on E, of course. I got a 100-mile drive and it's on E. So I'm gonna have to go to the gas station. So gas station, here we go. Drive properly. So we got some traffic. Looks like 7 minutes of it. By the way, guys, all you gotta do is just keep a slow, consistent speed. The reason that all of this builds up like this is because people speed up to each other's bumpers and then slam their brakes. If you just stay very slow, like I do in my manual, you just creep along. See these people in front of us? See, I could hit my brakes right now, but I'm not gonna, because it's gonna, see? I didn't need to, because it's gonna tie everyone up behind me. I'm still not hitting my brakes. Just a consistent slow speed. That's all you need. The second you hit your brakes, everyone's fucked. It's all right. I'll get there soon enough. I made it home. Nobody died. Today's been super boring, so we're gonna roll this into tomorrow, unless I do more today. I'm gonna put this in anyways. All right, that last clip was actually 2 days ago. I ended up not doing anything the rest of that day, and then I went to sleep, and then I didn't really do anything yesterday at all, and now today is Saturday. The last clip was on Thursday. I'm at work. Bet you couldn't guess where I work. For me right now, since my Miata is in the shop for like 2 weeks, I ordered myself an e-bike, and I was expecting it to get here by now, but it also took a week, so I'm not gonna get that for another 2 days. So yeah, I don't know, but I'm really excited about that. I'm sure I'm gonna crash it.
Is this a ramp?
I'm sure I'll probably get hit by a car, and maybe I'll learn how to do some wheelies. But either way, you're gonna find out, because I got some GoPros, I got the Ray-Ban Med glasses. But unfortunately, that's gonna be for 2 days. But
Yeah, it is.
I'm a good guy. We're gonna put it in this video. So by the end of this video, I'm gonna have the e-bike. 2,500 watts, $800 off Amazon, delivered right to my house. And we did it. We made it through another day of working a job. The American dream, ladies and gentlemen. I'm now waiting on my girlfriend to pick me up because I had her drop me off to work today so we could save a little bit of gas. She didn't leave on time though, so I'm gonna be standing outside for the next 10 minutes. So yeah, to tell you guys while we wait, I'm gonna tell you guys about the time that I found out the hard way not to play catch with a rock. All right, I was about 9 years old, maybe 8 years old. I was a Boy Scout, a Cub Scout when I was younger, may you put it. And I don't know if I was a Tiger Scout or I don't really remember. It's been so long, but I was probably 9 or 10 years old at the time. And we were at one of these little gatherings where all the little Cub Scouts would get together. And we were out standing there, and I had this friend named Owen, and me and Owen would hang out all the time, you know, do what usual kids would do, run around in circles and whatnot and play tag. And one of these days we thought it'd be a great idea to play catch, but the problem was we didn't have a ball. So we found this big old rock on the ground. It had to be the size of probably a softball. When you're a kid, everything seems a lot larger, but realistically it was probably about the size of a softball. Just barely too heavy to throw, but we ended up throwing it at each other. We got like 2 or 3 throws back and forth, and then I throw it at Owen. He goes to catch it, and then it misses, and it goes right in between his 2 hands, cracks him right in the forehead, cracks his skull open. I swear on everything. He had to get an ambulance to come get in. I was just standing there the whole time. I didn't understand. I did not understand what was happening. I was just, what happened? Why is he not? It took me years to understand that it hit him and he was just messed up. And years went past. I never ever heard from him again. And then when I was a sophomore in high school, I ended up seeing him and he didn't recognize me, and I didn't recognize him, but I asked him, and he told me what his name was and what he used to do, and I was like, dude, I told him, dude, I was like, when we were a kid, I threw a rock at your head and it cracked your skull open. And he didn't even remember it. He didn't remember it. Anyways, my girlfriend's pulling up in the rental car. So, let's get that going. Here she is. It's her birthday today. She turned 25. Isn't that amazing? Everybody wish her a happy birthday. Today is Sunday. I spilled a cup. That being said, I think I'm probably gonna be inside most of the day today, because the rain is pretty gnarly. Apparently there's also hail. Luckily, it's not gonna be like golf ball sized or baseball sized hail or anything, but there's hail. It is Monday, and apparently the e-bike shows up today. 2,500 peak watts, 48 volts, nothing too crazy. I also got information that my Miata has, the inspection has been done. It's going to be about $2,200. I got to replace an axle nut. I got to replace the slave cylinder and the master cylinder. One of my brand new tires has a hole in it, and it's not able to be patched, so got to get a new tire. It's going to be $2,200. What? All right, guys, here's a little plot point in the video. So I've been hanging out today. I accidentally drank my girlfriend's apple juice without knowing that she didn't want me to drink the apple juice because it was supposed to go in here. So she asked me to make it for her, and I'm going to show you how I did that. Number one, I don't really have a bottle cap opener, so unfortunately I was forced to shove a screwdriver in here until the cork came out. So it's kind of just hanging out in there. I had one sip of this, and then after I drank it, she told me that she was mad at me because I wasn't supposed to drink it, because you're supposed to make sangria with it. So I cut this is a red Solo cup, cut the bottom off, sliced it down the side because I don't have a funnel, twist it up into a funnel, and then put the tip in there and go and pour. Okay, guys, I'm spilling definitely some. Okay, the smell that is coming out of this bottle is actually insane. It's probably the sweetest smell I've ever smelled. But here we are. Empty Apothic red. Throw this away. Now, completely transparent, I did spill a ton of red wine on this table. But it should be okay since it's wood of high quality and I cleaned it up instantly. Hopefully it doesn't stain, but honestly, I don't really know anything about stuff like that, so. Looking back at some of the clips that I make and some of the YouTube videos that I've made in the past, I realized that it definitely shows what time I grew up in. Like when I was younger, when I was like 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, whatever, all those things back in like the early 2000s, man, I was chronically online. I did nothing but watch YouTube. I was a YouTube kid, man. I watched Smosh. I watched Jenna Marbles. I watched the original Jacksepticeye play Turbo Dismount. I mean, I was there for the OG YouTube. I remember it all, man. And I think it's kind of obvious. Whenever I edit my videos, instead of like crazy Mr. Beast level editing, there's just like sometimes I just do some absolutely stupid things, and like you can just tell like I have such a dry humor and everything. I never really realized until looking back, and I was like, wow, I'm very influenced by the early 2000s internet. I'm very influenced by things like 009 System Soundscape or Paralyzer by Finger 11. Long story short, I'm very aware that as a random person watching my videos, there's just a very high chance that I'm going to not get any views. I'm not going to get many subscribers. What I'm doing is very, very different from everybody else around me. I'm trying to show a very, very transparent look into my life while also trying to be entertaining. I could just sell my soul out, but I feel and like get a fast following fast and do all these crazy things and blah, blah, blank, you know, drive the Bugatti, all that whatnot. But I feel like instead of trying to get like a volatile, crazy amount of following instantly very fast that ends up not lasting very long, I think I would rather take my time and very slowly build up my skills and my audience into somebody that actually wants to see me and like the type of things I do, like my special dry humor and whatnot. Like, I know this video genuinely hasn't been much, but me talking sarcastically and kind of just talking about how bored I am and whatnot. But eventually, I think a lot of people will come to my videos because they've had a long day and they just need someone that they can just kind of throw in the background maybe, or the opposite. Whereas a lot of videos, I mean, they're so boring and they're not very personable. It's like something that would be on TV. Whereas for me, like, you can just tell I'm just some random guy. Some random guy recording on his iPhone. And my whole goal is that it'll be a nice, refreshing change from the Mr. Beast style videos to go to a video where a guy uses some random iPhone. He doesn't even use a mic. I know that there's production quality and then there's being like a person type of thing. And you kind of got to meet in the middle. I probably, honestly, right now I'm kind of on this side. I have very, very low production value, but I think that's because I don't want to do. I don't know who cares. Honestly, who cares? I'm just ranting. You know, every single time I sit here and talk, everybody who sits on YouTube has a very short attention span, including myself. So I can either do one of two things. I can either make my videos better for the people with short attention spans, or I can keep being myself and wait till people with long attention spans come. Probably gonna do a mix of two of those. Either way, I'm glad you're here and watching the video. At the end of the day, even if every single video I post for the next 4 years gets 0 views, I'll probably keep posting videos. So if you're watching this and you're like, man, I'm bored as hell. This guy's boring. I don't know what he's talking about. It's all right. Go watch something else. I'm not going to be sad. I'm plenty used to just posting for nobody. The thing about content creation is you are going to burn yourself out immediately if you go for views, likes, and money. If you just do it because you like to watch the video of your own, you like the idea of being able to go back in 5 years and just watch your memories, like I am, you'll never feel burnt out. But check this out, guys. Full-size semi-truck going down my residential neighborhood. I wish he knew, but buddy, that is a dead end. And here it is, guys. Rode it around for like an hour. It's pretty fun, not gonna lie. It looks pretty small, but once I sit on it, it's significantly larger. That seat right there can fit 2 people. It's about the size of it. It's pretty sweet. Goes about, the packaging says it doesn't want to go past 20 miles an hour, but I went in the settings and I changed its everything, and I was able to get 31.9 out of it on the road, and I wasn't really pushing it that hard. But check out what I can do. Whoa. Holy crap. Got some work to do on my wheelies. It's pretty heavy. A lot of the weight is up front, and you have to sit like way back, push your body weight all the way far back. And then my brakes, honestly, it's like grabbing onto a piece of a pillow, honestly. Like, there's no brakes. Like, you got to squeeze it with everything you have in your arm, and even that, like, it won't even lock the back tires up. So I'm probably gonna have to very slowly learn how to wheel it. Usually you just kind of fly back into balance point and then rip the brakes, but I don't really have that many good brakes. And most people say don't wheelie if your brakes aren't that good, but friends, that's gonna do it for today's video. I didn't really do a whole lot, but kind of fart around over the span of half a week. But tomorrow's video is going to be way different. The only interesting parts of the video were probably where I was riding around the e-bike. I only got that, the first time I rode that was literally today. I rode it for like 1 hour and I got those clips. So tomorrow's video is going to be significantly more action-packed. I'm going to be exploring the neighborhood of a city that I've never been in before. I've never been anywhere. And if you go out that way, there's like a big drop-off and it just kind of keeps going. It just keeps going. There's like a ton of stuff back there, so I'm definitely going to trespass and probably run from the cops, unfortunately. But it'll be a blast, and I hope you come along with me. Look at this bag of my shirt. Is this a ramp? Yeah, it is. If you subscribe, that'd be cool.